That's why focusing on this deterrent effect of, whether you're a school or whether you're a church, we are protected by armed people.
Along with these school shootings, we're seeing a lot of church shootings. And churches are particularly soft targets because they evoke a lot of emotion in people who grew up being preached to about things they don't necessarily believe, or have been taught that they're bad people because this is a sin or that is a sin. It's just a target for various reasons. Has Faster worked with any churches, or do you plan to make that part of your journey?
Yeah, and so in the beginning, our mission was just schools, and we very, very quickly learned that there is a huge crossover between people who are armed in schools and people who are also part of their armed church security team. And so we started getting questions very early. Can our church security team come through as well? Because they really like what they learn. They like the tactics. They like, how we do team training and so forth. And so we started having church security teams come through as well. Our original mission was keep children safe in school. Well, there's children in churches too. But there's actually more faith-based violence than school-based violence, meaning in places of worship. That's why focusing on this deterrent effect of, whether you're a school or whether you're a church, we are protected by armed people. You want the message to the community to be, you're not going to get away with your crime here. And so really just focusing on that deterrence so that even if a killer never got off, or a shooter never got off a shot, or a would-be shooter never got off a shot, there's still trauma that is inflicted just because somebody came into your church or your school with a gun trying to hurt people. We want none of it to happen. That's why we have taken, kind of a philosophical step back and said, okay, we're training a lot of people, getting them well prepared to deal with something if, God forbid, it comes into their school. But we need to take that further step back and say, we need to really be talking a lot about that deterrence, because that's that dynamic change we need in our society for these never to happen again.